Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over our Hero Spotlight series once again. Yes, the Generation 5 heroes are here, and we're starting off with B.S.A.A. Chris Redfield. This is going to be our episode 29. But if you guys want to check out any of the other Hero Spotlights, I'll be leaving a link to the playlist in the description below. So you guys want to check that out, you guys can. But here we are with B.S.A.A. Chris Redfield. Yes, he is the first variation of another character in this game. We all know that Chris Redfield from Resident Evil 1 was in Generation 2, but now we have Generation 5 with Chris Redfield from Resident Evil 5. So let's go over his introduction to see what he's all about. So it says, "Sometimes I find myself wondering if this world is worth fighting to protect. Even so, I'll do what I have to. A survivor of the Grizzly Mansion incident and founding member of the B.S.A.A. Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance, with a body that transcends human limits, Chris Redfield stands on the front lines against bioweapons and those who would seek to harness them. Haunted by the loss of a partner he could not save, Chris fights to ensure a world without fear for humanity." So, what they were doing when it came to the body that transcends human limits because of the boulder. Yes, he is the boulder breaker. So what we're gonna do is head over to his skills, but first we're gonna see that he is definitely an attacker. So he's an attacker class. A lot of people thought he was going to be a defender class like his Resident Evil 1 self, but he's an attacker. We can go ahead and go over his stats as well. We can max those out, and we can max out his stars, and we can see, look at that percentage down there. Attacker attack and attacker defense, 444.35%. That is insane. I think what is that, 74% higher? Because I think Generation 4 was 370%. This is 444%. This is an incredible amount of attack and defense. So if you guys aren't going for these Generation 5 characters, I don't know what you guys are doing, especially if you guys are super into PvP. But now let's go over to his skills to check out what he's all about. So first he has his heavy blow. When things get tough, B.S.A.A. Chris Redfield punches a boulder with all his might. The boulder is sent rolling forward, dealing damage equal to 110% of attack to enemies in range and stunning them for 2 seconds. Damaged enemies have their defense reduced by 3% for 10 seconds. The damage can go up to 350%, but the defense reduction goes down by 15%. So that is pretty good. The damage isn't crazy, but I'm guessing that heavy blow does do a lot of area of effect, and that defense reduction will help with dealing more damage to the enemy. He has muzzle control. After 7 normal hits, deals 20% increased normal attack damage and ignores defense against a single enemy. The damage can go up to 100%, and that is pretty good that it goes through the defense of the enemy. It says every 7 hits, so I guess this is on the 7th hit. He does 100 more damage and then ignores a defense. So I guess that's all right. That's not something crazy. I think maybe he just has high attack value, so maybe that's why they're doing that. And then he has right partner. Increase attack by 5% for 10 seconds. If deployed alongside Sheva Olimar, Sheva Olimar's attack will increase by the same percentage. So that can go up to 25%. So that this here is pretty much our first skill that includes another character. So Sheva Olimar will also be getting this attack increase, and I believe Sheva also has an ability that increases Chris's skill as well. So technically he has a 4th exploration skill, as long as you have Sheva on your team. So this, like I said, this is the first skill that includes another character. So when it comes to building teams, you definitely want both B.S.A.A. Chris and Sheva on the same team. This is important, guys, or you're not going to get their maximum output. Now let's go over to his field skill. Focus firepower. When an ally squad containing this hero is in battle, increases the penetration of the squad by 5%, goes up to 25%. That is also good. Penetration is very much needed, and I'm glad it's the first one. So that's pretty cool. We have overwhelming suppression when he is in the group. When an ally squad contains this hero attacks 3 times, reduces the damage taken by 10% for 2 turns. That damage reduction can go up to 50%. So that is kind of crazy. This is usually mostly on a defender class. I don't know what, usually when it comes to an attacker class, they increase attack and stuff like that. But this is like more of a defender class skill. But, I'll still take it. A 50% reduction is great. All right, and last but not least, he has the Focus Strike. When an ally squad containing this hero is in battle, increases damage dealt by the ally attackers to the enemy by 25%. That increased can go up to 125%. So that is probably one of the biggest buffs here, is going to be the 125% increased attack. There's not a RNG mechanic for this skill, so it's just guaranteed. Increases the damage dealt by ally attackers. So when it comes to building a team, you probably want to have more attackers on your team for B.S.A.A. Chris. But now that we've gone over all his field skills and his exploration skills, let us go over to his exclusive gear. So I'm about to unlock it right now. Fantastic. He has Tactical Shift. Increases B.S.A.A. Chris's attack speed by 6%, but that's at level 1. Let's go to max level. That can go up to 30%. He's going to be... So that ability where he shoots every 7 shots, he's going to be doing that 30% faster. So those shots are just going to be coming out quickly. He also has B.S.A.A. defense tactic. If the ally isn't a garrison leader, increases the defense of ally squad by 25% in garrison battle. So he's going to be helping a lot, and I mean a lot, with keeping your troops alive. Even though he's an attacker, he does increase the defense and the attack. So it's going to help out a lot with keeping your attackers alive much longer. He also has his attacker penetration and attacker HP up to 111%. That is insane. I think this is the highest. I forgot what Gen 4 was. Was that like 92%? Now this is at 111. So, yeah. You guys definitely need these Gen 5 heroes to stay relevant in the PvP meta. But yeah, that is pretty much all we have for Chris. Going over all his skills, I would say he is gonna be a monster in PvP, doing lots of damage and keeping your troops alive all together in one character. If you guys want to use him in Tactical Arena, make sure Sheva is in your group for him to have the maximum output. So if she's not in your group, then you guys are pretty much wasting your time. Now that we've gone over all his stuff, let us go over how do we get Chris. I just got him. I got him through the daily, like that $5 pack. So nothing crazy. That's why he still has 0 stars. I'm not ranking him up because of Ace's proof. I think is going on right now, or Ace's Pinnacle. One of those two. But let's see how else we can get him. So again, if we go to, didn't mean to star him up, but I did it anyway. Okay, so I got him through the daily benefits. There you go. But you can get him through Ace's Pinnacle. That's the only other way you guys can get him. So unless you guys are, shelling out all that money in daily benefits or in Ace's Pinnacle, the only other way is getting him through the Exchange Universal Hero Files. So that is probably something you guys want to do. I have 107, so I can level him up a couple stars. I'm not going to do that right now because it is not today to do so. So, yeah, that is the way to get Chris, and that is pretty much it. We've gone over all his skills, his exclusive gear, and ways to get him. Let me know what you guys think of Chris Redfield. I think he's pretty cool. I do like the skill. I do like this skill right here, the right partner. I believe Sheva has an ability called Left Partner, if you guys want to check that out on your own. I have not made the video for her yet. I have not received her, so I'm not going to make it just yet. I think she'll be the next video in our hero spotlight. But yeah, make sure you have both of those characters, because both of those characters will shine together as long as they're in the same group. But yeah, that is it, everybody. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit those post notifications for future videos. And make sure to enter that code in the bottom right in your creator code input to support the channel. It is always appreciated. I'd like to thank you all for watching and hope to see you in the next video.